You good, Eric?
Derek, how hard is it to do what Josh Dobbs did last week? I mean, I know you probably never had to do that in your career, but
No, what he did was unbelievable, and I hope it's getting. I don't know if it's getting talked about. I hope it is. Sorry if I don't pay attention to everything that's out there, but I hope it's being talked about because what he was able to do. That I did see them on the sideline, like going through the cadence of. Everyone has a different rhythm, and the fact that they were able to execute and go out and do that, tip of the cap to Josh because that was awesome.
It's like where the rocket science degree comes in handy, right?
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I don't have one of those. But no, watching him be able to do that was really impressive. It's hard enough just going through a game plan and going out there and getting a win. And the fact that he came in with very few reps and was able to do that and accomplish that. That's hats off to KO calling the plays, helping him out, and hats off to him making the plays happen.
Well, it's like one of the things I think that they talked about was like they were actually like having to explain the play over the speaker in his helmet.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's like a super chaotic situation, normally speaking, right? Like,
yeah, that's pretty.
Could you imagine even having to do that?
That's hilarious. I didn't know that. So that is awesome. And the fact that he's obviously a smart guy, so if he can handle that and do that, it was really cool. But also knowing Coach, like KO's one of the best in the business, especially for quarterbacks. And so it doesn't surprise me that he was able to do that and help him out because he's one of the best at working with quarterbacks in the whole entire league.
Is there a trait that jumps out with this Minnesota defense? I know they have a guy that's got a lot of sacks on their roster as well. I mean, what stands out about the Minnesota defense?
Oh, they fly around, man. They fly around. They got talent. They got talent everywhere from, their own draft picks, from trades, free agents. I mean, they got so much talent all over the place. And, I could start naming players and tell you all about them, but you just see the thing that jumps out is they fly around. They create havoc in the pocket. They, punching the ball out, getting picks, whatever. Like they're flying around and very well coached, obviously with Coach there, and great scheme. It's been tough for years to go against, and so you had good scheme with good players. You're going to get great results, and they've done some things really, really well.
Derek, how much can like a team really ride momentum? Because I know like Minnesota's won 4 straight. You guys are seem to picking up. Is there something tangible you can use that to move on, or is it really just week to week? What's kind of the breakdown of that?
I don't know. I've been in sports my whole life, and everyone talks about momentum, and everyone can kind of feel it. You can't, but I don't know how to tangibly put a thing on it. You come in every day and you try and give your best effort. When we had a few losses there, I was still giving my best effort like it was the Super Bowl. We've won a few, and I'm still giving my best effort like it's the Super Bowl. And so I don't know. I don't know how to. I think if coaches knew how to bottle that up, they'd have a secret formula and all those kind of things. But it's just one of those things, man. You just keep doing things right. I just believe in the process of the weekly, preparation, and then going out there and cutting it loose and trying to execute the plays so precisely and so perfectly, knowing that you'll never get there, but it just, running good football plays, running with the right fundamentals. You train that all week and all off season, your whole life, and that's where I think if you get a group of guys doing that momentum shows up.
Yeah, that pursuit for perfection in a sense, right?
That's exactly right.
If you can get to 3 before the bye week, I mean, is that kind of the goal right now for this team to want to get into that bye week, 3 straight, and then really kind of get going the second half?
Well, absolutely. Anytime you have a bye week or you play a Thursday game extended time, that extra time, after a loss is always terrible. You want to go into that with a win. That's every team in the NFL. You're going into your bye week, you want to win. It feels better. Everyone's happy. All those things. But for us, the focus is this week. The bye week is a long ways away. Right now we have to prepare. Today, like today is the most important day, and that's the only way we keep doing that you get the results that you want. And so, I thought our meetings after the win were very good, very positive, very, calling out the things we need to do better, saying, hey, we got to start doing it better in there. It just put that fire. Coach, DA did a great job of lighting that fire in us again, saying, hey, this was good, but this is where it could be better. And as long as we're focused on that, I think that we can hopefully feel good after that.
I know correct me if I'm wrong, I think you played one regular season game there, maybe in
I think-
19. I think one.
I think so, one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you remember? Because I mean, people make a lot of the Dome, but that's a pretty loud place. Pageantry before the game. Do you remember any of that or anything about the atmosphere?
Oh yeah, it's if you ask everyone around the league, it's one of everyone's favorite stadiums to play in. You know, it's really an awesome environment. The crowd is awesome. You know, they've always, you know, from when I've been in the league, they've always had really good football teams, especially defensively. You know, and so, you know, being able to go there and be in that environment, I mean, that's what you get excited about, that kind of stuff. You know, the Dome, there's nothing like the Dome, but you know, to go there, it's definitely people's, you know, a lot of people would say it's one of their favorite places to play.
As far as, I feel like some of us that have been here a while, we can't talk about Minnesota without like the Minnesota Miracle. Most of those guys are gone now. Do you remember seeing that play or watching that play or kind of going, I can't believe that happened?
Yeah, absolutely. I remember seeing that, and you know, the defender who was in on that play, like, he's a great player. You know, like, stuff happens. You know, the guy obviously who caught the ball is a great player. You know, like you know, I don't know too much about the history here about that, you know, but I remember from afar just seeing two great teams going at it in that game. And it came down to the wire. You're trying to get a play to get into range and all that kind of stuff, and then that happens, you know. So I remember watching it. I remember, you know, seeing all that. But I just remember that game being an awesome game to watch.
Derek, Brian Flores kind of has this reputation as being a guy who blitzes a lot.
Yeah.
You see that when you're looking at film this week?
Absolutely. He's always been that way, and they do a great job of, you know, bringing it, showing you the same look, and dropping out of it. You know, they do. You know, they try, you know, lull you to sleep with something, and then they hit you with something. You know, he's such a good coach. You know, he really is. He's a great coach. I've always had so much respect for him from afar. Obviously, going against him, and he always makes it difficult on quarterbacks. And you watch the tape. You know, some really good teams having some problems, and you know, so for us, we got to be so locked in on our details and our rules and on our game plan, so that we can go out there and try and have a successful day against him, because it's tough. You know, you know, he's done a great job, you know, for a long time against really good offenses. So we got our work cut out for us.
Is that like the simulated pressures that you're talking about, or like where they're presenting a different picture post snap sort of deal? Or?
They could show you the same picture and bring about, you know, 4 different guys. They can show you the same picture and drop them all. They can show you the same picture and bring them all. You know, they do a lot of really good things before the snap, and as soon as the ball snapped and the film is paused, it's easy to be like, well, why didn't they do this? Well, it's like, you know, you see a lot of teams struggling with playing against them because it all looks the same. And they have Harrison, you know, who's one of the greatest all-time disguise players. Him and Eric Weddle, you know, I've played them for so many years. You know, they know how to show one thing to make you think that, oh, and then this, and then, you know, they have a great feel of the game, and you appreciate that. And you know, guys like that mixed in with that scheme, it makes it very difficult.
Your defense leads the league in takeaways. I guess it's an obvious question, but how, as an offense, how do you feed off that as an offense?
I'm the happiest man ever. You know, we need them. We need them to keep doing it. You know, because you know, defenses help you win championships, and so you know, that watching them, you know, perform the way that they have. I know there's things they want to clean up. There's things we want to clean up. You know, we feel like we're playing better. They feel like they're playing better, and we're all this constant pursuit, man, of just wanting to be better. So we're thankful for the wins. We're thankful for all the turnover, you know, whatever, and keeping it safe and all that. But you know, if we start relaxing in that, we're going to find ourselves down a hole we don't want to go. And so our job is just to, as leaders, stay focused on being present every day. Thankful for what you have done, but staying present every day to keep trying to make more and keep trying to create more.
That's good. Thanks, Derek.
Good. Thank you.
Sleeves this week. You getting ready for